Sticking Up for Children began with an idea from Cyril Neville and his bandmates in the Royal Southern Brotherhood. The idea was and is that drumsticks can be made into artwork that in turn can be sold to benefit young children in need.
But it all started with me talking to the guys in Royal Southern Brotherhood about us being a New Orleans band, and then how could we in turn give something back. And it just kept growing after that, because basically everybody who heard about it just thought that this is such a great idea that we've already successfully helped not only the kids in Haiti, but several groups of children here in the New Orleans area.
Well, when I went there, the children reminded me of the children of New Orleans by their smiling eyes and by their passion. As poor as they still were compassionate and very humble people.
Cyril and Gaynell brought their ideas to Maurice DeJean and Don Paul. Soon, a host of drummers volunteered their drumsticks and services from New Orleans and around the world. Stanton Moore, Alfred Uganda Roberts, Pedrito Martinez, Johnny Vodakovich, Idris Muhammad, Steve Campbell, Lindsey Russ, Alexi Marti, and Yassine Bey.
I played for the kids and taught a lot of them in my days as I was coming up. The moment that I was checking it out, I said, that sounds like what we used to do a long time ago, so I jumped at the opportunity.
Music and Art Days on May 25th, August 10th, and December 7th in 2013 brought parents and children together and resulted in many dozens of pairs of decorated drumsticks. Beautiful drumsticks, we soon came to call them. We sold them online and at our October Festiva de Drumsticks. Paul Siegel in New York City brought us drummers John Paris of Earth, Wind & Fire and Steve Smith of Journey. Dr. John, Jonathan Richmond, Hamid Drake, Evan Christopher signed sticks. Parents, children, grandparents, and grandchildren learn from each other.
While sitting down doing this with our grandkids, to talk to them about why we were doing it, who the other children were, why they don't have nothing, why they live in the way they live in, why the big people don't do something about, just hearing that from our kids let us recognize that it had opened up something inside of them also.
By November of 2013, Sticking Up for Children had grown to include 2 beneficiaries in Haiti and 2 in New Orleans. The Four Espoir pour l'Enfance, or FEPE, in Port-au-Prince serves more than 180 students in its school and houses 35 children and teenagers in its orphanage. Sticking Up for Children contributions have fed, clothed, and housed 7 orphans over a 1-year period. The UPUP school in Kajak-Mel has grown from less than 20 students in 2010 following Haiti's terrible earthquake to 63 in 2014. Sticking Up for Children contributions paid for a 2,600 square foot addition to the UPUP school. In New Orleans, the Kumba Institute at the Ashe Cultural Arts Center serves more than 80 young people year-round with classes in art, music, film, African drumming, self-defense, and writing and performance. The New Orleans Youth Sound Experience, founded by saxophonist Matthew Schilling, teaches sound recording and sound mixing both in studio and on site to young people in New Orleans. Several major benefactors have enabled our progress with beneficiaries. Jennifer Maxwell, the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, WWOZ, the New Orleans Healing Center, the Diario Foundation, Castle Barrega, Vic Firth Drumsticks, Bud Lortz, Pretty Lights aka Derek Vincent Smith, Eve Pell, Mary Allaire, Fry Vineyards, Duende Restaurant, and Brock Hinsman. In addition to being able to offer more rounds of funding to its beneficiaries in 2014, Sticking Up for Children has developed several exciting partnerships. Connection to Northern California as well as New York City is now well established. In Marin County, Jennifer Maxwell has brought Drumsticks-as-Art to Branson School through her children, and Eve Pell has brought Drumsticks-as-Art to Marin Academy through her granddaughter, Brent. Brock Hinsman and Eileen McGinnis of the Better Futures Network have introduced us to 3D printing. We are now looking to our partner beneficiaries in Haiti and New Orleans, generating both engendered and parts of prosthetic limbs through 3D printing. The astonishing creativity and sensibility and resourcefulness we can see at the Fepe Orphanage and School, at Noise, at Kumba, and at Yupi Yupi will surely bring new and wonderful art and innovations to the 21st century.
We all want a better future for our children wherever they are.
I see the dancing drumsticks. I see the drumsticks on the line there in your garden in the lower 9th Ward, those beautiful drumsticks from Fepe. I see the drumsticks signed by Dr. John and done by a male nurse here in New Orleans, and so on and so forth. How this is already grown across the United States, and it's kind of exemplified by the creativity and the generosity that are evident in those sticks.
So, and then to see the response from the kids in Haiti to just a little bit that was being done was another revelation that, wow, you know, the ball is really rolling.
Sticking Up for Children is glad to be a part of new forms of people-to-people exchange around the world in this century. Possibilities are as open as humans' ability to connect with the technologies we now possess.